friends, this is Barbara from Wigs and Fluff. Now today I want to talk to you about wig variances, the truth about wigs, the different expectations that we have about wigs, and 5 different demos to show you maybe there is some variances between wigs. Now I have on today, I have on the Voltage in glazed sand. Now this is one of my favorites, but this is an older wig. I've had it for about a year. So we're first going to look at the Voltage. Now wigs are mass produced. They are mass produced in batches in different places around the world. And these lots or batches sometimes have variations, and they're a little bit different from the next batch because of mixing the colors and dyeing. You often can't get it just exactly the same. So you're going to find that sometimes your wigs are going to look a little bit different than what the picture, the photo is that you see that you're ordering from. So anyways, I wanted to explain that at the outset. So, and secondly, I wanted to say that the way to overcome that is a good return policy, a good return policy. Now there are 4 or 5 different aspects that you look at for wig variances. And one of that is the curly styles. They seem to have the most variances. Some will be curlier and others will be a little straighter. Density, amount of hair in the wig is another way that they vary. You have one wig that's nice and full and great, and you have another wig that's maybe not so full and you feel like it's a little thinner. The texture and feel can be different from one wig to another in the same style and color. It can feel different, and the cap fit can be different as well. So those are a few of the things that where we see differences. Color, curl, density, texture and feel, the color, and the cap fit. So those are those things where it may be differences. So I'm going to show you a couple that I have duplicates of in different colors to see if we can spot any differences. I don't know, I haven't done this before yet. This is just me doing it and see what happens. So this first one is the Voltage by Raquel Welch in glazed sand. Glazed sand. This one is glazed sand. So I'm going to take this one off. It's a really pretty wig. You can see how lovely it is. It is older. It's not a brand new one. It's about a year old, but I still wear it because I like it and I think it works for me. So I'm going to take this one off now and put it back on where I found it so I don't lose it. When you have so many wigs around, you have to have some kind of a system. All right, the next one I'm going to put on is the Voltage, but this one is in buttered toast, and this one is a newer one. So you tell me if you see any variances. Now this is not the same color, of course. This is buttered toast, so we're not comparing colors. We are comparing density, fullness. The cap feels the same to me. The cap feels just about the same. My 21¼ inch head seems to fit in the average cap pretty well. But so here you are. Do you think that this wig is any different than the first one? Let me turn around and show it to you in the back. Does it look different? Other than being a little newer. It is a newer wig. I would say this one is more like 6 months old, whereas the first one I had in glazed sand was about a year old, I want to say. About a year old. So this one feels better simply because it's newer, and I think it's got a little bit more density than the other one. It could just be the age of it. So this one is in buttered toast. So I've got a third voltage because I love the voltage so much. It's one of my favorites. And this one's in glazed vanilla. Glazed vanilla. We'll see about this one. This one's, I think glazed vanilla and glazed sand are the two oldest ones. I love this color. Glazed vanilla. I love this color. I know it's not a new color, but it's just one of my favorites. I really love it. Really love the color here. So, what do you think of this one? Does it look the same? I think that there aren't too many variances. There we go. I don't think there's too many variances in the voltage. I think it is really pretty true to form. I think when you get a brand new wig or a newer wig like this one, for instance, this was the buttered toast that I just had on, that it feels different, that it feels fuller, and it probably is fuller. I'm thinking that they often lose, because I've washed the glazed sand and the glazed vanilla a time or two because they're older wigs. I've washed them, and sometimes when you do that, you're going to lose a little bit of hair. Not a lot, but each time you do that, you're going to lose hair. So I love this color. I love the voltage. I don't see a whole lot of variances between them. I think the buttered toast is a little fuller. To me, it's a little bit fuller. The hair feels different, and I think that's because it's newer. And the buttered toast is my newer one. So I have another voltage, but it's the lace front, and I don't think that's comparing apples to apples. I really don't. The lace front compared to these, the Voltage Elite, I don't think it's comparing apples to apples, so I'm not gonna do that. So anyways, this is the glazed vanilla, and that is that one. The next one I'm gonna try on is the True Demure. Here's one that I've got several of. I don't know why I keep getting them, but I do. I like the True Demure though. It's just, there we go. Very pretty wig, very lovely, looks good on. It's a great little short wig, beautiful, very fashionable. So let's turn around and see the back and what we think of this one. See, there it is, pretty full, very lovely, very pretty. Isn't that gorgeous color? I love this color. This is golden walnut. Golden walnut, beautiful, beautiful color. Really pretty. I like this one. This is a newer one. It's not old. It's a newer True Demure. I like the True Demure. I think that's why I've bought several, because I really think it's a pretty little hairdo, especially for summer. It's great. It's short, it's cute, and I really like it. It's full at the top with the bangs. So, all right. So there's that one. And I had another True Demure. Now I'm lost. That's the Trendsetter. Well, I don't know what happened to the other True Demure. I know I had one, but I'll find it in a minute. We'll move on. The next one is the Soft Romance. I really love the True Demure. I really do. All right. I don't know how I did that. The Soft Romance. The Soft Romance is gorgeous and beautiful and lovely and feminine and sophisticated, all of those things. It just is the prettiest little wig I've ever seen. It really is the prettiest little wig. And this particular one is in sandy blonde. This one is in sandy blonde, and that's what that looks like. This is an older wig. This is one of my first soft romances, about a year old. And you can see that it's a little bit flatter than it used to be. A little bit flatter than it used to be. So I'm going to put that one there. And the next soft romance I have is right here, and this one is in caramel, I believe. Caramel, yep, caramel. So this one looks way bigger, doesn't it? I think this one looks way bigger. But I think a lot of that, there might be some variances here, but I think a lot of it is simply that it's newer. It feels like it comes down lower too. I'm going to put the other one back on and see if you think it comes down lower right back here. It feels like it does. Okay, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous wig. I love the soft romance, and I love the caramel red one. Isn't that beautiful? Look how pretty that is in the back. I love the back of it. Just so beautiful. Gorgeous, feminine, beautiful hairstyle. But this one is indeed, it feels more full than the first one. I'm going to slip the first one back on. Put this one down here. And I'm going to put this one back on. And this is the one in sandy blonde. Now, you tell me, is it fuller? I think this one is not quite as full, but this one's the older one. So, I think that it has to do with age, a lot of it. But also, this one feels like it doesn't come down quite as far as the other one did. But it's still pretty. I love it. I still wear it. I still wear this one, even though it's a year old. I still wear it, and I still get compliments on my hair. I still do. Okay, so that's soft romance. Then there's the Color Me Beautiful in Buttered Toast. I have several Color Me Beautifuls because I love the style. All right. So, you can see I normally part my hair on the left. All right. This one's a beautiful style. Look how pretty and elegant that is. That is just gorgeous and elegant. No question. And this is in Buttered Toast. Really, so pretty. It flips up in the back nicely. See how that does? It flips up really pretty. And it's dark underneath. So this is by Paula Young, and it's Color Me Beautiful, and it's in Buttered Toast. Now I have another Color Me Beautiful, and this one is a red. So take a look at this one again. Get this one in mind. This one's the newer one, I think it is. I'm not sure which one is the newer one, I forget. But now we're going to try this one in Golden Lights. Actually, this one's Golden Lights. I thought it was a red. Looks red. This one is in Golden Lights. But still gorgeous and beautiful and elegant wig. You can't go wrong with a gorgeous and beautiful wig like this that's just so elegant and pretty. See how it flips up? Does it flip up the same? Remember, the curl is where the variances might be noted. This one here tends to want to separate right there. I don't know if the first one did. It doesn't flip up as much. You see that? Can I show that to you again? It doesn't flip up as much, it seems to me, as the Buttered Toast. Let's try the Buttered Toast again. This one really flips in the back. If you like that flip up and that's important to you. Some people really It doesn't matter as long as it looks pretty. I'm in that camp. I'm not going to make a big deal out of the flip. Look how much more it flips. You can see the difference there. You can see the difference, I think. I note a real difference here with the flip up in the back. So the curl, see right there? And this one you can see in the back, it just doesn't. See that? It doesn't flip the same. So there is a variance in the Color Me Beautiful. There is a variance. And it isn't age. This is just the way it has been from the beginning. Without going to too great lengths to style it too much, but it's the flip in the back on this particular style, the Color Me Beautiful, that has the problem right back there. And you can see it. This is the one that's in Golden Lights. It could be the difference between a darker color like Buttered Toast and a lighter color like Golden Lights. It could just be the difference in the color that they both, but when you turn the wig around and look at the back, you can see it does not flip up quite as much. When you see them side by side, it just doesn't appear to flip up as much. Maybe it's because this one is darker underneath and this one isn't. That's a good possibility too. So it may not be variance so much as it could be just color differences, because Buttered Toast is a little darker and it's rooted underneath. So there you are. The next one is the Lauren wig. This one is in Sunkissed Blonde. This is a Paula Young wig. This is a very pretty wig. I've got 3 of these because I really like the Lauren. I really, really enjoy it. I think it's pretty. It does come down pretty generously in the back for the nape. Pretty generously, not as generously as what I would like, but it's pretty generous. And you can see what that looks like in the Sunkissed Blonde. Now then, let's move on and try it in a different color. In fact, I have 3 Laurens. I also have one in Parisian Blonde. Thought it was a spun gold, but it isn't. It's Parisian Blonde. Now see, this one looks different to me. Completely different than the first one. So, unless I've gotten a mistake here, I don't know that this is really the Lauren. Might possibly not be. Got it on the wrong wig head. Let's try this one. This one is the Lauren in Golden Lights. This looks more like the first one. All right. This one is altogether tighter than the first one. Altogether tighter. The first one was Sunkissed Blonde. This one is Golden Lights, and there's a huge world of difference here. Huge world of difference. Let me try the first one on again. I don't think that second one, I think that was on the wrong wig head. I think. because that isn't anything like it. I think that's the Shannon or something that I ended up putting on the wrong. See, this one fits better. The fit and the wig cap were one of the variances. Density was another. Color was another. And finally, curl was another. This one feels better and it fits better. So I like this one. I think it's cute. I think it's short and it's great for summer. But the one in the Golden Lights seems to be different in size. I will say that. It seems to be a big difference in the size. It seems to be altogether tighter. This one is altogether tighter. I think, ooh, it really is. It feels like a petite more than anything else. Beautiful in the back, gorgeous, Golden Lights. Gorgeous, gorgeous in the back. So this is a pretty wig style, pretty wig style. So wigs vary. They vary. I have others that I could show you, like the Aspire, the Renew, and some of those. Those are older styles, and some of those have a little bit of variance in them as well. So this one I really like. It's the Golden Lights. This one is the one that's a bit tighter. It feels more like a petite on my head than an average. So I don't know. This one seems like it has more permatease on the top as well than the other. It just does. It feels like it's got more permatease. This one is the older one. That may make a difference, but it sure does fit better. It's not so tight. When they're so tight fitting like that, they're going to give me a headache eventually. That's what I think. So I don't think this one has as much permatease on the top as the Golden Lights, but it's still beautiful in the back. Still a gorgeous, pretty wig in the back. So that's my story on variances. 5 different hairstyles, 5 different variances, and they're just differences in how the manufacturer makes them. Remember now, they're all made in different countries. The Philippines, China, this one, that one, other countries, and Ethiopia, I don't know, lots of different countries. So we have to expect that while they're dyeing one hair in this country, the hair that they're dyeing in the same color in another country, it might be different because it's a different lot, even though it's the same formula. You know, you're dealing with chemicals, and sometimes chemicals don't always come out exactly the same. It just doesn't. For some odd reason, it just doesn't. You can't get precise enough, I suppose. I don't know what it is, but the lots will be different on occasion. On occasion. Now, I want to talk to you about something else today. I want to talk to you about brotherly love. And this has really bothered me. And I've seen the visions of Tyree Nichols on TV and what happened to that poor man. I don't know all of the answers, why he was actually pulled over, what in the world he did to deserve to be yanked out of the car and thrown on the ground and beaten like that. He was resisting arrest, obviously. So that's a real issue. Anytime the police pull you over, please do not resist arrest. Do whatever they tell you to do. If they want you out of the car, get out of the car and put your hands on the car. If they want to put your hands behind your back, let them do it. If they want to take you to the jail, let them do it. Now, I'm going to talk today about brotherly love. It seems to me that there was some issues here with the police department and with this young man. I don't know all the particulars, but I'm just guessing there were issues outside of what we saw on the tape. We need to learn to love each other in brotherly love, in brotherly affection. The enemy is not each other. The enemy is Satan, and he is going to do everything he can to destroy us. So let's love each other with commitment. Respect each other. Respect each other as people, and give each other time, and put aside annoyances with each other, and put on love toward our brothers, whether they are in Christ or whether they're not. Let's treat each other with brotherly love. Respect each other and love one another in Jesus. And don't be blind to the tricks of Satan. Right now, I think Satan is in the middle of this video. I think he's right in the middle of whatever happened, how they've handled it, what they've done. And I think this is just setting us up for another big, huge riot. That's what I think. I think it's pretty much a setup for another riot. I don't know the particulars of why this young man was treated this way by these 5 police officers. I just don't understand it. I don't know what the deal was. Was he driving without a license? Was he speeding? Was he failure to use his turn signal? Didn't stop for a red light? I don't think any of those things require to be yanked out of the car and thrown on the ground. I mean, I wouldn't want to be treated that way at 75 years old. So let's not be blind to the tricks of Satan. He wants to destroy us and pit one of us against the other. So let love be your guiding force. Let love be your guiding force. Be kind, be loving, and be a friend to those in need. And that's my story for today. We talked about variances. We talked about curls being part of the example of what can be different. Density, texture, and the feel, color, and the cap fit. And I am wearing the Lauren, one of the prettiest little short hairdos ever. I really, really love it. But I would really adore this to come a little bit longer in the nape. Really would love that. So anyways, this is my story for today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.